All right, guys. So I'm gonna start getting ready. New day. It's gonna be sick out there. The weather's been kind of garbage, so we'll see how it actually goes, how nice it is. But for the most part, it's gonna be epic. Brought the secret sauce. Hopefully we'll bring in some ukus. Not so secret. Brought some squid. Bought some squid. Hopefully I'm not just tossing down dollar signs with that. But ukus love squid, so I'm gonna bring that down, chum it up, throw out the flasher. I gotta do some upgrades on the flasher for the most part. Gonna get ready. Hit some new grounds, hopefully see something sick. Hopefully no sharks and hopefully clean water. So anyway, see you guys out there in the water. Peace. All right, guys, welcome back to another video. So we are in the ski yet again with Dylan. Dylan and I, we left this morning trying to find some ukus. Of course, that's the main hunt for today. This is the first drop of the day. We checked out this area. It's pretty shallow and didn't really hold too much. There was some structure on the inside that probably would hold more fish. We're actually going to check out the inside after this dive to go look for some omilus, some bluefin trevallies. We went in and didn't find much. It was too murky to see, so we came back out and we head off to a better, more fruitful area to dive. But had a bunch of this bait fish here. I was looking around trying to see if any ukus would come in. I used to dive a while back in a shallower area in this spot, and I caught an uku, so just wanted to see if I could catch another one. But outside of this area, we're gonna get up, take a couple more drops, and head off to the next area. Second drop in this spot here. Came down, basically the same area. Seen these collas that came up. I see them a lot on social media, on YouTube or whatnot. And people call it pelagic collas. Some people call it white margin collas. Different line or different species of calla the unicorn fish. And so I've never caught one of these yet, let alone I've never seen them in person. So I was really stoked to see them. I wanted to take one home. My kids love calla, and we make it up into some calla burgers. So this had a lot more meat than the regular calla, so I was super stoked. And here's Dylan. He caught a nice bar jack to start off the day.
Nice bar jack. Nice bar jack. Oh, something jumped over there. Dolphins! Going back in.
So we were drifting in this area for a little while, for around 10 to 15 minutes. We ended up leaving this spot. It was super dead. I told Dylan that if we go deeper, we could find more fish. So I got him to push up and into a deeper spot. So we ended up leaving, threw the chum out. We actually tried to use chum in this spot, but it didn't really work. So we started chumming this area in the further deeper out area. The depth here is over 100 feet, probably 110 feet. And we didn't know of it yet, but crazy moments, crystal clear water, perfect conditions, dove down and seen fish. So super stoked to be out here. Grateful for Dylan to even let me try this out, but excited for what comes up. So it's the first drop of the deep dives. I didn't drop yet, nobody dropped yet. Dylan just got in the water, he met with me, I waited for him. So it's my first drop in the deep, and it was clear, super clear. Kahala came in screaming in and almost hitting me in my head. He ended up backing off a little bit, as you can see right here. But Kahalas, that's how they act. They always follow you down to the bottom if they're not distracted with chum. And I was just trying to see in the background, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a couple big over 10-pound ukus that are swimming around, so I was trying to get to them. But as we got closer to the bottom, my alarm started going off and started beeping, and I think that scared a lot of them. Also, it's super deep, so my mannerisms weren't the best. So I don't know if you could hear that, but that was me trying to grunt, and I wasn't used to it. I should have dropped to the bottom, then I probably would have extra oxygen to grunt. But without any mouthfeel, without any preparation for this deep of a drop, I was ready for that. So I tried to use a spoon, bring them in, but it didn't work. So head up to the top and let Dylan know what happened.
There's ukus, kahala. Ukus, kahalas down there. They're reacting to the chum. They're around. It's a deep drop. 106. 106 down there. They come up to the chum though. They're coming up.
So as you can see from what Dylan said previous, he wasn't really stoked for dropping over 100 feet. So we ended up going to shallower area. This is actually pretty deep still yet, a little over 80, I would say like 85, 86 feet. He doesn't have a watch, so you can't really tell. So we had to make sure that we were watching each other a little more intently for these dives. It was a lot easier because the water was crystal clear, so it's easy to see each other and watch each other if something happens down the line.
Good.
Some nice fish down there.
No.
Fucking big.
Yeah, take your time with the drops. The current's not pushing that hard, so. Alright. I'm gonna go get me one. Here we go.
Sure you watch each other.
Yeah.
I don't feel great, but
When you cut, if you need help, stick your hand up. If you need help, I'll do the same.
So Dylan said right there that he's not feeling that comfortable with these drops. Luckily for me, I was feeling pretty good. So I just mentioned to him, a thing that I do with any diver that I go out deeper with is that if any of us need any help for some reason coming up from a drop, is to raise your hand. Now, raising your hand creates a visual cue so that your spotter can come and help you. Of course, there are a lot of methods that are better, but that's just one of the things that we like to do as divers and as spotters in general, to watch each other's back.
nice of you.
I know. I missed. There's a big uku right behind him too.
Fucking, there's some long ukus.
Yep.
So in these deeper drops or this long drift, we were chumming, and we were chumming ika or squid, and the fish weren't really reacting the way that we wanted them to. So I just decided to go and plug one of these kahalas or amberjack, and so dove down to the bottom, seen the kahala in the middle column, and he actually ended up staying there. So I dropped past him all the way down to 90, 93, 94 feet. Seen him up at the top at the middle column, middle water column, and tried to go back up and shoot one of these kahalas for chum.
Got him. Had to come back up to shoot him.
Huh?
Had to come back up to shoot him.
So the main focus this day was to look for some ukus, taking deeper drops to find these guys. So Dylan here, not trying to waste any time, dives down and pulls up this beast of an uku for our first uku of the day.
Holy shit. Let's go. Fuck yeah, dude.
Thanks Dylan for leaving me hanging. Anyway, so look at this uku. I'm so stoked at it, but it's not even on the shaft. So Dylan yells at me to go and give him a second shot. I scramble for it, and luckily we land this guy.
Thank you.
Scared the shit out of me. I didn't know you shot him that low.
No, I didn't shoot him that low. I don't think my flopper engaged.
Oh shit. Holy shit, I'm gonna take this to you. What the hell? Holy shit. That's a donkey. Fuck yeah, bro. If any uku's gonna give you Ciguatera, it's this one. Look how ugly this thing is.
It's fucking ugly, yeah?
Holy shit. You had a good shot.
I know.
Oh, it didn't go through.
Didn't go through?
No. Look. Didn't go through.
So lucky I hit his spine.
Holy shit.
I hit his spine, bro. If I didn't hit his spine, it was fucking over.
Oh, I guarantee you.
So Dylan catching the first uku of the day kind of stirred up the fire in me, wanted to get mine too. So I started chumming this kahalo. But chum doesn't really work when small little triggerfish or hoggies take all the freaking chum. So I've seen a bunch of these good sized omilus smashing the chum down there. So I wanted to dive down and see if I can plug one of these guys. But once I got down to the bottom at around 86 feet, there's some things or some people waiting for me and ruining my dive. Thank you guys. How I love scuba divers. So as I dive down here, I just noticed that scuba divers that was going around that wall there decided to abort my dive here, go back to the top, rethink our drift, possibly go back on the ski and find a different spot. But luckily for us, the scuba divers were nice enough to leave and go find another area to go look at fish. And so we kept following down this drift, and luckily for us, at the end of this drift, had some crazy wildlife. So after the scuba divers left, we ended up following this drift and seeing some sharks and some ukus hanging out with each other. So I wanted to take a drop, see if these ukus would come in and the sharks would stay away. So I took a drop all the way down to the sand, and luckily enough, some stuck around.
There's a huge rainbow runner down there.
Yeah, I see them. You see that shark?
Yeah.
Big boy.
This is about as far as I want to get from the jet ski.
Okay.
But this is a good spot though.
I can feel his air bladder completely inflated.
That shot, bro. Holy
Yeah, I
shit.
stoned him.
Stoned him, yeah?
Yeah, it was a far shot too. Whew. Yes, sir. You're slaying it. Let's go. Yeah, buddy. Any more?
Oh, there's plenty.
Once Dylan gave me the word that it was more uku down there, couldn't take any time. Had to drop down right away, pick up another one. So this was a pretty poor shot on my part. I shot him pretty low and had to play him really soft. So when I came up, I was begging Dylan for a second shot,
In my rip.
and he totally ignored me. So knowing Dylan didn't hear me and or completely ignoring me, I had to play this guy really slow.
Holy shit. Hi, Dylan, look. Fuck. That was close.
Alright guys, well, as I'm editing this clip here, I need to put this in, but since it's a fast clip, I have to explain it to you guys so you have the full know about. So anyway, I'm going to grab the flasher from Dylan. He's towing it behind. We're trying to get back to the ski because we're drifting too far away from our flag. So the ski's anchored up, so we're trying to swim towards the ski. We're about to grab the float flasher from him, and what happens was I go to grab it. I look to the left behind us, and trailing behind us, behind the float flasher, looks like a kaku, looks like a barracuda. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll shoot a kaku, okay. I pull my gun around and, you know, nonchalantly pulling out my gun because I don't really want a kaku, but I'll shoot one if it comes up. And I realize that that kaku has a very skinny tail. It's an ono, it's a wahoo. I'm like, this is now or never. My first ever ono. I've never seen them in the water. Insane moment. And there was a school of them. So watch this clip. Watch what happens. It's pretty.
Hi, hold on! No, we ripped! There's like 5 more onos, dude.
So as fast as they came, is as fast as they left. Shot that ono. Didn't go all the way through. Shot a little bit high. Aimed for the tail. Got a good shot, but the shaft didn't go all the way through, and he ripped right away.
I gotta go drink something, dude. I gotta go drink something, my ears locking up.
So this is right after the little rest that we had. We came back out and decided to do the last drift, try to get one more uku or one more fish to bring home, and decided to reach them, redo our thing. But as you can see, the current picked up, the tide switched or whatever, and it got murky.
Oh, you're down there forever, guys.
Yeah.
What's that?
2 minutes.
So my dive time for these drops are getting longer. Now, you could think that it's my mammalian dive reflex kicking in, but it's been kicked in for a while now. What that is nitrogen narcosis, or being narked, or being ready for a blackout. Now, we were diving for over probably 4 hours now, doing deep drops after deep drops. We went back on the ski to drink water, and all I had was some Monster, and Dylan only had like a small little rescue bottle of water. And so Dylan did a dropper before this, and he actually came up pretty blue lips, white face, and that's definitely an indicator of stopping. But we did a couple more dives, and I had to watch him more severely. But that's one of the big indications when you do these deeper drops, when you do these longer dives. Make sure you guys are paying attention to the symptoms of a blackout before it happens.
Woo!
Fucker was hanging out with the Milu, yeah?
Dude, just look how big it's thing. Woo! Yeah.
Big Ono comes in during Dylan's drop. I see the Ono come in while Dylan just drops. Try to wave my spoon. He comes back right here. So Dylan's coming up on this drop here. I knew that Dylan wasn't feeling too good, so I ended up not taking the shot, even though that Ono gave me the perfect shot. Whether I should have taken it, a lot of people, even Dylan, say I should have taken it. It's not worth it. In my head, if I got that fish, came back up, stoked for the fish, and realized my friend's dead, no point. So whatever people say, there's no point. I can't risk that. Now I try to get him again with the throwing the spoon down, but that Ono was gone. And luckily I didn't shoot him, because guess what comes up next? So as I come up from that dive, trying to get that Ono, I come up and Dylan points out. I dive under and I see this massive tiger shark come beelining in.
Oh, tiger shark, let's go. Let's go.
Now, it wouldn't be a proper ending without a very sketchy situation. So, we just seen that tiger shark, raced it back to the ski, pulling up the anchor, and guess what? The anchor stuck. So, lucky brown boy has to go dive down and pull out this anchor. Now, I am terrified because I just dropped my Kahala head while we were trying to get back to the ski. So I'm scared that this shark is gonna eat that Kahala head and come and eat me. So I unhook this hook, drop it down real quick, blitz it to the top, and we are out skis. Yay! It's a big collie. It's gonna look bigger underwater, I'll tell you that one though. Get the fish of the day. Sir. Holy fuck. Whoo! Yeah, man. Alright. The toad of the day.
What do we think? What do we think?
17.
15 3/4.
Oh! We are so off. Oh! Oh my god. Well, 12 pounder.